Morning, everybody. This is Jeffrey Jansen. I hope you know that you are also important is because, again, people are not taking their lives, they themselves, seriously. And everything that I do in life, I like to make sure Sorry about that, everybody. I'm in a really bad area right now. It's the reason why I didn't get on within 20 minutes when I said earlier, because I am around the Bluffs. And I'm getting actually they just came out with a brand new one, and hopefully, even though I've got a very strong Wii boost that boosts my signal, hopefully in the next couple weeks I will have the newer one that shoots out 60 plus miles. The one I have right now shoots out 20 miles when you're in front of the bluff. Unless you got a really big tall antenna, it doesn't do much good. So, all right, let's get back to what I was talking about now. And as people come on here, this is a very important, because so many people that I know, they take the people around them lives seriously, their friends, their family, but they don't take their own life seriously. I tell everybody all the time, we're trying to stop suicide, we're trying to stop people from, with PTSD from doing things that they themselves will regret later on, or their family's going to regret, or something happened. And I always, like I said, I do these over and over and over again, and I speak directly from the heart. And I tell everybody about the will workshops I do. You can get a will done. I sit down with people, I do their will and everything. And I don't care if people do their own wills. That's not the point. Again, I had one of my Marine Corps brothers that I served with die the other day. And from my recollection, it wasn't suicide or anything. It was a heart attack. Well, they don't know. And I'm not going to say the name. Only the guys I know from 2-8 are going to understand what I'm talking about. And so the whole point was this. I talked to him just a couple months ago. He was all happy to reconnect. He was probably the most beloved guy within Golf Company. And once again, a situation happened where a couple days ago he didn't wake back up. It was not suicide or anything like that. It was just literally life. Life, God, whatever you want to look at, decided it was his time. And without any warning, one day he went to bed and he didn't wake back up. Now, why is this important, you ask me? Why does it matter to you? Well, first off, I tell everybody all the time, I've got a bunch of will packets. You can have one, no charge. I'll just give it to you. Just write up a will. On your phone, take a video. Tell your friends and family you love them. Then basically put it onto your computer. Put it onto a floppy disk. Man, I'm starting to show my age. Put it on to something like this here. A gig. This here is a USB, and then put it in a will or put it down somewhere. Okay? A will itself, I understand that it's the most adult thing you can do. It is the most mature, sensible thing you can do. Plan for a rainy day. We never want to do them. We don't want to burden with our family, and I hear this all the time. People never want to burden their friends and family with having to take care of their last will and testament. But the problem is, they don't do a will. They don't do a healthcare power of attorney. They don't do a power of attorney. Now, I always use the situation when my mom died of cancer. My dad has never remarried or anything else. But when he went in, it cost him a couple $1,000s to get his will done. Those days are gone. You don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. I can do somebody's will. I can give you the paperwork and you can just do your will. Go to the library and have it notarized. Won't cost a thing. You can go to a nursing home and get a will. But here's the problem. There's new rules in the game of life, meaning there's a thing called probate and probate court. There's a thing called a death tax and all these other crazy, whacked out things that a will by itself just doesn't cut it. The reason why I do will workshops. Now, I can do somebody's will, get your will completely done for $25, $24.95. Believe it or not, you can do it right on your phone even. And I was talking to a guy yesterday after my buddy died, and he's on my team, and I was like, and he tells everybody, you need to have a will. And I asked him, do you have your will done? No, I just don't know what to put in it. Okay, first off right there, he's already given me excuses on why his will's not done, yet he's gone through really messy divorce. Now, I'm not going to say his name or anything because he's a great guy, but, you know, I don't know too many divorces that are not messy. He's got a beautiful little girl, and he still hasn't done his will yet he's going out there telling everybody else they need their will. And when I asked him to call in, because he gets free consultations, you know, he gets free, you know, unlimited, you know, over anything with his lawyer, I was like, did you ask him what probate is? He told me yes, and then I found out he didn't do it. It was just telling me yes. Well, all of a sudden, I got people dying around me, and I speak directly from the heart when I tell everybody these things, because I'm not going off of like a prearranged script or, you know, some kind of a call thing. What I'm trying to tell you is this: getting your will done needs to be an essential part of your life, and you need to do it right away. And then every year you need to update it. If your parents haven't updated their will and they did it years ago when you lived at home with your siblings and everything else, all that will is going to do is going to go back and basically give people things, or it means nothing after about 20 years. Why? Because life changes. You need to constantly update your will. You need to make it part of your life. And what I tell everybody is, look, I will do it for you. Yes, I am selling my services to you, but you don't have to buy my services as long as you actually write up a will. At least it's something. It's better than nothing. One day you're going to wake up, or one day you're not. One day your spouse is not going to wake up, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. One day what happens with your kids, okay? Do you know what a trust is? Do you know what a healthcare power of attorney is? Do you know what a living will is? Do you know what... The reason why these things are so important, I have a unit. It's really funny. A lot of my Marine Corps buddies will understand this. And this is just a story that can show you how important a will is. So there's a unit that I help with. And by the way, this is for civilians and anybody. So when I was in the Marine Corps, we were deployed. And when we were over in Kosovo, there was an MP unit from one of my local areas in my hometown, or in my area of the United States, and they were a military police unit, and they were deployed over to Kosovo, over at Camp Bondsteel. True story. And when I was on the 24th MU USS Kearsarge, and we went into country during, like, right before 9/11. So I was actually in Kosovo during 9/11. And what was funny is there was an MP unit there. They were deployed. The entire unit was deployed. Turns out they get deployed a lot. And they were an Army unit, we're a Marine Corps unit. And so when I got out of the Marine Corps, fast forward now about 10 years, and I go to that same unit that's still getting deployed to Iraq, Afghanistan. They're deployed everywhere. And one of the things I go in there to do, the first question I asked everybody when I was giving my presentation to help them out, is I basically had everybody, who here has their will completed? Now, me thinking that the military has a little check sheet to make sure you get your will done, guess what? Nobody raised their hand. So I had it kind of struck me as odds, like, okay, how many of you just don't want to answer a question or anything else? Nobody raised their hand. So I finally said, okay, how many do not have their will completed? Everybody raised their hand. Everybody. I was like, okay, even the officers. I was like, okay, who here's been deployed? All of them raised their hand. Who here's married, has a girlfriend, has kids? Half of them raised their hand. So I kept going on and on and on, and I could not figure out what the situation was. And it struck me as odd. This is a deployed unit, has been deployed every year, yet none of them have their wills done, yet they're in combat zones. They hold a higher chance of getting killed or being wounded or, you know, going into a coma or, you know, doesn't matter. Every time you leave the United States, you pose a risk. Or any time that you're in an area that's got combat, you pose the risk of not coming home. They didn't feel it was important. And so nobody wanted to go and get their will done. They just checkmarked the little checkbox on their military readiness sheet and they all left. To this day now, we have almost every single one of them have their will done. It struck me as funny because these people have issues with their will, with their healthcare power of attorney, and they actually needed to have their will done, yet none of them had it done. That scared me, and that made me think that there needs to be more out there so people can get their will done. I am one of those people. You can get your will done. You can go up to Jesus Delgado, get your will done. Rich Ellerman, Melissa Delgado, Andy Moore, Nathan Smith, you know, on and on and on. You can go up to Chief, Tim Redding. You can get your will done for almost anybody, anywhere. But why don't you have it done? My mom died of cancer. My dad did not have his will done. So, luckily for me, I've got a very smart father, you know, who knew that getting a will was very important. So after Mom died, he immediately did that, because if something happened to him, what would have happened to my sister and I? I have my will done as a single father, you know, and believe it or not, my daughter and her daughter is in my will, and how I leave things behind or what I want them to know. So here's what I'm going to tell you today. One, we're going to get this out of the way first, because then I'm going to tell you how to do a will. First, if you want to get your will done through me, you can give me a call, 217-316-0219. That's if you want to get it done with me. It'll be $24.95, or if you have questions, you're more than welcome to call me. But here's the kicker, okay? If you just want to get your will done, go to the library and get it notarized. That doesn't cost you anything at all. So now let's go into why you need to do a will, whether you get it through me or do it yourself. Couple things. One, yes, they go over finances. When people say I have nothing to leave behind, great. What if you die and you have a life insurance policy? What if you die and all of a sudden that there is a court order because something happens? What if you die and somebody decides to go after your kids that's not your family? What if you die and basically the hospital now has bills? What if you die and you have organs to be left behind? What if you die and your family does not know what to do with you? Okay? There's two things in life that are certain. One of them is death. You're going to die, whether you like it or not. Just because doing a will and a healthcare power of attorney scares you should not deter you from getting. You see how I'm making you a priority, but right now I've got a video camera on me and I'm talking to you while I'm on the road because I have time, right? You can do the same thing with a video camera. I'm going to give you a mock-up of what you can say or do, and then you can do it on your own. I don't care if you laugh at yourself in the camera or not. I don't care if you think it's important or not. You need to do this. Go into your phone, turn on the video camera, click record. Now, I'm going to do a mock so you know exactly what you do. Go into your phone, push your camera settings, get into video camera, okay? I want everybody to do this. There's a reason why I want you to. This doesn't cost anything at all. This is free of charge. If you got a phone, you got a tablet, doesn't matter what you got. Go in there and push record. Now what I want you to do, and I'm going to do a mock-up. This is just me going over how I do my stuff. And one day my daughter's going to get a lot of these, but that's okay. And I want you to do this. So I'm pretending to turn on my phone. There, I turned on my phone. Good. I went to the camera settings. Sorry about that. I'm in a bad area. Okay, so I just turned on my video camera. I put the video camera on me, and I push play. By the way, I even got this little dude. In and out of signal. I hate that sometimes. Missouri sometimes is known for this, so I apologize, everybody. Alright, here we go. So I'll be in and out of signal, but here's what you're going to do. You turn on the video camera. Now I'm going to pretend like I'm leaving something to my daughter, okay? So this is just me role-playing to show you exactly how to do it, what you can do. Now you can do it your own way, any way you want, as long as you do it. And it's one of those things where you got to suck it up. And you just got to do it. Why? Because your family's counting on you. Why? Because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And if you tell your family members to do this, maybe then you can go in and they can leave you that final. Never leave this world without letting people know they matter and that you care about them. So here we go. So I just turned on my phone. I went into my camera settings. I turned on my camera. I pushed video camera. I flipped the camera to selfie mode where the camera is now on me. Hey Gracie, this is your dad. Today is November 18, 2019. Gracie Ann, I am leaving this video for you and you alone, and I'll let you do whatever you want with it. But this is the thing. First off, a couple things, Gracie, and I just want you to know this. First off, I love you. So if you're looking at this video, that means either I'm in the hospital, something is very, very seriously wrong with me, or you're playing on Daddy's phone, you're going to get in a lot of trouble because I'm outside cutting grass or something, and you need to get off my phone now. Okay, Gracie, I'm just kidding around with you. Okay, so I need to keep this as funny as I can, and, you know, knowing me, I'm not a very funny person, and I'm always very serious. But first off, sweetheart, I want you to know, whatever situation I'm going through right now, it'll be okay. I want you also to know, no matter what you and I have talked about or what is said or done, I love you with my entire heart. If right now you and I are getting along great, or if you and I are arguing, or you're a little older now and maybe in those teenage years or something else, and you and I are not seeing eye to eye, I want you to know that's okay. I want you to know that right now, if I did something wrong, forgive me. If you and I are not seeing eye to eye with each other, please forgive me. And I want you to know that there's nothing you can do where I cannot forgive you for. And I forgive you if something's going on. Now, sweetheart, I know this is going to be a very hard video for you to watch. I know that you're not sure what I'm going to say. And that's just it. I don't know what to say to you. I can tell you, though, the very first thing I want you to know, Gracie, is you are the most beautiful little girl I've ever known my entire life. I've been protective of you. I am your daddy, and I love you with my entire life, and I have fought tooth and nail for you to make sure that I've always had a piece of your life, and that I'm always going to be in your life. Whether it's from the front leading you while you're a kid, or while it's supporting you from the rear while I'm sitting there watching you from the stands, or watching you dance, or watching you play volleyball, or watching you just grow up and becoming a woman, and, you know, maybe one day getting married, maybe, I don't know. But I want you to know this. Whatever it is, I'm going to be proud of you. I'm going to be proud of you, and I am proud of you. Right now, this day, I am so proud of you. You're 12 years old right now when I'm making this. But I can see that you're growing into a beautiful young lady who one day is going to take charge of the world and do your own thing. You're not going to always follow in my footsteps, and I probably wouldn't want you to. Because, you know, I know that, man, I've messed up in my life so many times. But I've learned from every one of my mistakes. I take responsibility for every mistake I've ever had. Because the truest way and the best way to get success is learning from our failures. Gracie, one thing about me I want you to know is you have always been that bright shining star in my life. I have loved you, and I care about you, and I just want you to know I don't know what's going to happen with me. I don't know where I'm at right now while you're talking, while you're watching this. But I do know I love you. I care about you. I'm very protective of you, but I'm watching you grow up to be a very kind, caring person. I see the way you treat older people with dignity and with respect. I see the way you hang around with your grandpa. I saw the way that you always loved your grandma. I wish you could have got to know my mom, but I guess what? She loves you in heaven right now. I know you love your mommy, and I want you to take good care of your mommy. No, your mommy and I have not always seen eye to eye, and we may not always get along or talk or anything like that. But your mommy's a great person. And you know what? I'm proud to have known her. And you know what? I got the best gift of my life when you were born. Now, her and I don't always see eye to eye, and I get that. And I hope one day she forgives me for it. And I hope you understand that I forgave her a long time ago. I love your sister, Gabby, with all my heart, just like she's my own daughter. To me, she is my daughter. She may not be my blood daughter, but she is my daughter. But I want you to remember this, too. If you doubt me on that, I was adopted at birth by my mom and dad. And they loved me with their entire hearts, and I never went without, Gracie. Know that. And know that Gabby, she's growing up too. Protect her. Be there for her. Learn from her. She's going to be good at things that you're not, and you're going to be good at things that she's not. But every day, know that she is your sister, and you need to love her with your entire heart. Forgive her if she messes up, and ask her to forgive you if you mess up. I don't know if I'll ever have any more kids or not. And I don't know if there's any. So right now, while you're watching this, I don't know. And if I do, I'm going to love them just as much. But you're my first and you're my oldest. And I love you. Now, Gracie, there is a will put away. You can get a hold of our law firm. There are some passwords and everything else written within the will. So you are now in charge of all of my social media. You're in charge of all my emails. You're in charge of everything I leave over to you. Now, you know it's going to be a big responsibility, but I trust that one day you're going to be able to handle it. If not, it's okay. I set it up to where it can take care of itself. I wanted to make sure to provide from you even if I wasn't around. Know this, I was in the Marine Corps, 2nd Battalion, 8th Marines. You may get a few phone calls from some of my brothers that are still alive. Know this, they are a part of your family. They are very, very important to me. Now, you do have your Aunt Ann, who is my sister, who I love with my entire heart. She is my sister. Santee is my brother-in-law. I love him with my entire heart. Right now, there's River, Liam, and Jude. They're my nephews, and I love them. Let them know I care about them. Let them all know I love them. Let them know that every day I've ever went out here to do things, trying to help people with their wills or with legal or with identity theft, that the people I was protecting the most, if I could protect them, I knew for a fact I could always protect you and them. Your Grandpa Jansen loves you with his entire heart. Your Poppy, your grandma's boyfriend, Kevin Root, he loves you just like your granddaughter. Your mommy loves you. Now, I never really know what to say on these things, Gracie, and I know I use this as an example to people out there to be able to do a video for them and their kids. But know this, every day build people up. Every day let people know they matter. Every day be strong. Presidents or politics or religion, everything else, they don't mean anything if you don't believe it in your heart. Always, always carry a big stick. Always be strong, but be kind. Peaceful strength. There are people that will try to take advantage of you. There's going to be people that are going to lie to you. They're going to try to cheat you. They're going to steal from you. Forgive them. And then walk away from them. Always go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. There is nothing in this world that you cannot accomplish if you put your heart, mind, and soul to it. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Gracie, when somebody tells you you can't do something or you shouldn't do something, it just means that they either didn't, wouldn't, or couldn't. And they don't want you to do it, because if you do it, that means that they were wrong. Let them be wrong, and I want you to do it. I want you to be whoever you want to be. I want you to do what you want to do. And I want you to be the best at it. I'm always going to push for you to do your best. Strive to know that you got to live outside that comfort zone. Know this. If you're comfortable with something, it's not good enough. And I say this for this reason. So many people out there, they think everything's okay, but they dig at the bottom of the barrel. Life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to be challenged. You're going to fail over and over and over again. That's a good thing. Failure leads to success. You must learn from every failure. You have to fail to succeed. Gracie, I am your dad, and I love you. Tell Gabby I love her too. Give her a hug and kiss for me. There's not a day that goes by I don't love you. I do videos all the time so that you always have our memories, and so other people can see that it's okay to live outside the box. It's okay to have fun with your kids. It's okay to dance when no one's looking. It's okay to sing even if there's people around. It's okay to get loud and have fun. It's okay to just be you. Because if you don't think you're good enough, you'd be wrong. Not only are you good enough, you're the best. Gracie Ann, I love you with my entire heart. Then all you got to do is end it there, everybody. So then you push end on that. Now I always do these because I know one day Grace is going to watch them. So then you push end. You put it in your phone somewhere. Download it from your phone. Put it on a hard drive. Or put it on a USB. Or put it on a scan disk or something like that. And then save it. But do this. Do this because your family matters. Now I'm back to no longer going over what to do on your video camera. I'm now talking with everybody directly. Every day in life is going to be a challenge, whether you like it or not. So make it great. And that's all I ever ask anybody to do, is make it great. Be the best you can be. All right, everybody. I'll talk to everybody soon. I got to get gas. I'm still in my next meeting. I just want you to all know that you matter and get your will done. I will put up there my information. If you want to get your will done with me, let's get it done. We can get it done today. We can get it done right away. My name is Jeffrey Jansen. I'll talk to everybody later. God bless everybody.